Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 5th, and today is National Weather Person's Day.
Here I am.
So we're going to tell you actually about the first weather person, and then we'll tell you a little bit about our Ken.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'm going to tell you who's on today. Yesterday, JRF had their board meeting, a very long meeting, and today we have on Joe Fitzicam, and he's going to talk about CAC and a few other things as well. Also the Village Games that are coming up. From the Democratic Club, Alan Feldman and Jean Lepowski are here. They're really going to be talking about the vote centers. You've heard about these. They're going to tell us where you can go to vote and the three closest locations. Margaret Bennett and Greta Sheewan are here from the Duplicate Bridge Club. They have a lot of things going on. I think there's about 3 or 4 events that are coming up, including a cruise that they're going to be having or hosting coming up in, I think, a couple months or so. And from the UCI Drama Department, the Clara Trevor School of the Arts, we have a couple guests on talking about their upcoming production. Well, upcoming meeting tonight's the first night of it, and you'll hear all about that.
Our meetings today, we have the Mutual 50 Activities Committee meeting. That'll be in the Towers Boardroom at 11 a.m. And then the GRF Mobility and Vehicles Committee meeting will be in the boardroom at 1:30. This holiday, well, the National Day, commemorates the birthday of John Jeffries, born on this day in 1744. Dr. Jeffries, a scientist and a surgeon, is considered to be one of America's first weather observers. He kept weather records from 1774 to 1816. Additionally, Jeffries pioneered the field of ballooning in the United States and took his first balloon observation in 1784. Now, those being honored during this celebration work hard to accurately forecast and report the always changing weather and often unpredictable. Despite all of the new technological advances, meteorologists continue to face challenges in forecasting the weather. Predicting Mother Nature and what path she may choose is a very daunting task. Now, as you can see, we can look at the maps that I'm sure Ken looks at. We look at the clouds, but then Ken's favorite is the live Doppler 7. And then every once in a while, he might just look out the window to see just what's going on. Now, Ken has been predicting our weather for many, many years, and he diligently enters all of the temperatures, and as you can see, he's always partaking in whatever shenanigans I have thrown at him over the years. So we just want to say thank you, Ken, for forecasting our weather.
Well, thank you very much. Did I wear that turkey hat? I don't remember.
You did. Did I? Surprise, surprise.
Yes.
We went through the archives.
Yes, thank you very much. That is great. And to all the great weather people, you know, I just kind of report what I find. I don't really consider myself, I'm not a meteorologist. I don't consider myself a true weather person in the vein of Dallas Rains and all those folks. I remember George Fishbeck of years ago. That, to me, he was the best. All right, let's talk about our weather. And we might have a little mild breezes. Today, we did up at our house this morning, not much, not like what we had over the last couple days. Going forward, though, we're going to see the temperature slowly go up and then shoot down. Look at Sunday. Oscar Sunday, much cooler, and a chance of evening rain, about a 40% chance coming in later on. They're really talking maybe around 5 o'clock or so, and that could be sporadic showers overnight until Monday morning. So we'll see how much we get. You know, it's too bad it's on Oscar Sunday for the folks that are going to be up there. But we do need the rain, so I'm hoping that we do get it. But look at the difference, just drop in temperature. But that's what we've been seeing, right? We go up in temperature to you know, close to 70 degrees, and then the next couple of days it just shoots down just like what we had. Now, we were cold this morning because if it was nice and clear out, at our house when I left today, it was 35 degrees. So you don't see that too often. So it was cold, but you know, we're gonna get to a nice 63, 64 degrees today. Let's look around the area today. And all the temperatures are up compared to yesterday. Palm Springs itself, I saw yesterday Palm Springs in the afternoon, they were like 56 degrees, believe it or not. So 67 today. Big Barrel should hit a high of 44. So they started out at I think about 18 degrees this morning. But as I said, you know, things are going to warm up. And without those cold winds, that's why The temperature is really not too much difference, but it's those cold winds we've been having that we're not getting today, except maybe a little bit of breezes. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Ann Mundell Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. As an audiologist, I have the education and expertise to assess, diagnose, and treat hearing loss. Hearing aids are only one part of the treatment process. The way we have been taught to fit, counsel, and use hearing therapy is what makes us different. Amazing Hearing, audiologists with the education, expertise, and empathy to change how you hear.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Over 25 years, we have worked hard to make Brilliant Smile the premier dental office in Laguna Woods. We take the extra time to understand our patients' special needs and always perform the highest quality dental work at affordable prices in a relaxing and friendly environment. There is no need to refer our patients to anybody else. We perform everything from cleaning all the way to the implant and sinus surgeries all under one roof. Stop in or call and experience the Brilliant Smile difference.
Vacation where you live. The Towers offers the amenities and services of a hotel, daily lunches and three-course dinners, weekly housekeeping, spacious floor plans with panoramic views, on-site maintenance, daily activities, and a 24-hour reception desk. Visit us at towers@lagunawoodsvillage.com.
Welcome back. With me today is Joe Fitzicam. He is one of the directors on the Golden Rain Foundation Board, and you're also the chairman of the Community Activities Committee, which is usually just called CAC.
Yes.
So welcome.
Nice to meet you, Ken.
Yes, nice to have you
Happy
on
to be
today.
here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So a few things you want to tell us about, and one of the first things is you've been on the board for a short time.
Yes.
You were appointed to it, right?
No, I actually was elected.
Oh, that's right, you were.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
You know, I keep forgetting that their election is much later.
A lot of people don't realize that, of course, we're elected by the other
Yeah,
mutual
that's
directors,
right.
yes.
So welcome to the board.
Okay, thank you very much.
How's it been going for you so far?
Very good so far. I mean, appreciate the new people coming on board. They're working hard and trying to get their footing, and then the experienced people there helping us along. So it's been a good team effort so far.
Yeah, and as I said, you're the chairman of
Yes,
CAC.
CAC, yes, and we're trying to promote a lot. I think one of the things with Golden Rain Foundation in particular, and when I campaigned, one of the things I mentioned was us trying to enable the joy of the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
People come here with things they've done in the past, or they want to do now, or they can do in the future. And it's our job to try to see we have the facilities and the opportunity for them to do that, whether it be a large activity, say perhaps like golf or bridge, or be smaller activities
Mm-hmm.
that we have as well. It's important that we allow people to have fun here.
Right.
And prepare them as, well, in the future we'll have people who'll be here 40 and 50 years probably. So we don't have the types of activities. They'll take them through their experience here in Laguna Woods Village.
Right, and of course, with all the different types of activities that are going up, you know, some of the things that were discussed yesterday
Yes.
were budgetary, and I know that they're talking about the driving range of the golf course.
Yes,
that
that's correct.
Really needs some help. And does that fall under CAC or MNC? That one's
Well,
because you were all. It's like bits and pieces of it are all fall under different things.
Yes, as a
sense,
sport,
yeah.
it comes under CNC,
Yeah.
but the driving range as a facility would come under
Right.
M&C, so
Right.
it's a construction project.
Yeah.
And they have challenges there. We have lots of potential projects we can do and things we can do to help a lot of facilities, but you have to arrange it with the money, and some go in front of others, and some may be delayed at times, but they work hard on a lot of different projects for us.
Yeah, yeah. Now you wanted to talk about the upcoming Village Games. Are you
Yes.
a participant?
Yes, I have been. I think I've participated now for about 5.5 years in the Village Games themselves. I've participated, I think I've won medals in about 8 different sports, for example.
Oh, okay. Very good.
The idea is just to compete and support your village and support the people that we have here, that all these clubs that we have thrive. You know, some have hundreds of members, some may be much smaller than that.
Yeah.
But the idea is, with GRF, I think, and particularly CAC, that we provide things that people have fun with. Sports is a big part of that, and that's part of physical health, being physically fit,
Right.
being active. The same way with entertainment, have the emotional joy of different dance groups we have, the Performing Arts Center. People enjoy crafts. We have all kinds of situations, might be just dinners and stuff. But there's different things we try to provide. We try to provide support for people where you have fun. We try to support the athletic end of things, but it's all part of that. The Village Games, for those who can participate, and some sports like tennis, for example, may be more labor intensive, and some are much easier. But it keeps you active, and that's really
Yeah.
important. And it's important that the Village Games thrive, because that's how people find clubs, meet new games, meet new people. They have an opportunity to win medals in some cases, of course, and then they can take and give them to grandchildren, children, whatever the case might be. But there's that energy of competing and being part of something. Whether you win or lose doesn't matter so much, and we all compete to try to win. But,
Yeah.
but You just try to take and be part of that club, make that club grow, and be active as a senior citizen to keep the blood pumping and keep the mind active. So it's
So what are the sports that you participate in?
well, today, as I play now, I play tennis, I play paddle tennis, I play pickleball, I play petanque. I have at one time or another played 11 of the sports here. I play 4 now, and with GRF, I'll play them a little less than I did before.
Yeah.
But I just think the activities in this community are so important that everybody get out there and do what your part is. Not only participate, your participation might be just helping.
Right,
But
right.
the reality is, these are very important things we do, and we need to support the community and keep the community working together on all these activities.
Now you talked about clubs, and
Yes.
there's an event coming up in I think May.
That's correct. Something had been done probably years before. This will be the first time in a long time since this happened. Where Recreation, and I've worked with Brian Gruner, is arranging an event at Clubhouse 5 on May 19th.
Okay.
And I believe it's going to be around 10 o'clock. The time may float around a little bit. But that function will allow organizations, clubs, be it crafts, be it the arts, be it sports, to come in there. The 250 clubs we have, some number will participate, and residents can come in and just talk to them. They can see the types of things they have to offer. They can take and decide whether they like to play that sport or whatever. But that event allows the entire village to learn what's here. I'm surprised sometimes. I remember talking to some people that have been in the village between 5 and 10 years. I'm talking more than 2 or 3 people, and didn't realize there were shuffleboard courts here that have been here since 1970.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's education on our part to do to let people find the things they like to enjoy.
All right, that'll be a good event. We'll promote that once we find out
Yes.
more about it.
And with the Village Games, we'll have the same thing. We start signing up for that on February 24th. You sign up at the community fitness centers. And what the fitness centers will have, there's a packet for you. It shows a calendar of when each day and time the events are. And it'll have a list of all the potential events that you can enter. You can enter for $10. That'll cover the cost
Right.
of 2 events.
Yeah.
You get a free T-shirt. You'll get a free breakfast afterwards, and watch a movie of what took place during the games. And if you want to play additional sports, I think they charge like $5 each for each one. But that
Very
$10
good.
is a great value.
Yeah, it is. So as far as you're concerned, CAC is, it's one of the bigger committees
Yes.
because that and M&C, because it involves so much.
Sure.
And of course, what they were talking about yesterday is the PAC, the Performing Arts
Yes.
Center, is going to be shutting down for refurbishment. From what I understand, it is still May
Yes.
till about November, although that could fluctuate
Yes.
a little bit depending on possible different bids or whatever might come on. That was talked about a bit at the meeting yesterday.
Yeah, our staff does a great job at VMS, but they have challenges because you have to have a construction company that'll do this for you.
Right.
The timing of it has to be controlled. And of course, a large facility like that, we're looking at fairly large expenditure of several things that are be doing
Yeah.
there to
Yeah.
improve appearance and performance of it. And probably in time there'll be more things to go with that as well. And other projects coming up. It's probably a couple years before anything starts, but there'll be something happening at Clubhouse 1, which is our
Right.
flagship, which
Right.
will be massive because the amount of clubs and different sports that are there is really pretty substantial. So that's really an important thing.
Right. All right. Very good. I want to thank you for coming on
Okay.
today. Nice to meet
Thanks for
you.
having me. Nice meeting you.
And I know we'll see you again in the future.
Okay. Thank you very
All right.
much.
You take care, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
We'll get you unhooked.
Okay.
We got you. Get your mic off.
Oh.
The 2020 election is ushering in a new and exciting change for all of Orange County voting residents. We've always been a leader in election innovation, and now that same strength and legacy are coming to the election process with our new vote centers. This historic shift in voting from traditional polling places to vote centers will make it more convenient, more secure, and more accessible for all voters. As technology is constantly advancing and voter habits change, the traditional polling place model has fallen behind the needs of Orange County voters. We are now introducing vote centers to Orange County. This new way to vote means we are no longer restricted to voting on just one day. We take away the confusion of which polling place to cast your ballot, and we modernize, simplify, and increase security of the entire voting process. Vote centers usher in an incredible leap forward in how our elections are held. You will now be able to vote in person over an 11-day period in nearly 200 county-operated vote centers with highly trained staff that can help you from registering to vote, casting your ballot, and everything in between. Gone are the days of your address determining where you vote or the need for most provisional ballots. Now you can choose to vote at any location convenient for you. Walk in when you want and where you want. Voting in person at a vote center will be a similar experience to what you're used to, only with some exciting enhancements to make the process easier and more efficient, ensuring every vote is handled accurately and securely. Every voter will receive a ballot through the mail prior to Election Day, but this isn't your only option to vote. When voting in person, a new electronic check-in process speeds up voting time, verifies your information, and provides real-time data to election staff so they can better assist you. Regardless of how you choose to vote in person, the procedures all remain the same. If you vote by mail, you can keep voting the same way you have in the past. Your ballot and process will look the same as before. If you prefer to drop off your vote-by-mail ballot, we now have brand new ballot drop boxes located throughout Orange County. These new ballot drop boxes are easy to spot, convenient, and have enhanced security measures. Vote centers are staffed with friendly, professionally trained agents who can assist you with all of your voter needs and offer more services than the traditional polling place. If it's your first time voting or you need general voter assistance, you can stop by any vote center for help. There, they can verify your vote-by-mail ballot has been received, generate a replacement ballot, or check your registration status. We are excited about this incredible new election process that makes voting more accessible, more secure, and simply easier. For more information, please visit ocvote.com.
Welcome back. Well, I have Alan Feldman here as well as Jean Lepowski, and we are going to talk about voting because so many things have changed, including the date. I mean, there's a lot going on. So thank you both for being here today. I appreciate it. So Alan, tell me, what's new and what's different?
Well, we'll start with the big difference, one of the big differences, and that is the date of the primary election. Now, historically in California, for as long as most people can remember, the primary has been in June, first Tuesday in June. But it's been moved now, and the primary is the first Tuesday in March.
Right.
So our primary election is going to be on March the 3rd, which is, of course, less than a month away from now. But really, that's just one of the changes. There's been many other changes.
Right. So Tuesday, they call it Super Tuesday. Why is it called Super Tuesday?
It's called Super Tuesday because there's a whole group of states that have primary elections on that day.
Okay.
And that's really the big reason why the California primary has been changed to March, in order to have more input into the presidential selection process.
I see. Okay. All right. Good. And then, Jean, what happens in the California primary election just as a whole?
Well, in the California primary election, this year we're electing we're doing the presidential primaries, but in addition, we have several state offices that are very important to our communities. We also have local elections, including county level elections. We are voting this election. We have voting for Board of Supervisors and the County Board of Education. And we also have some ballot measures for school funding. There's also a statewide ballot measure for school buildings, the school infrastructure, essentially.
So there's a lot to consider.
There's a lot to consider, and it's really important to consider voting for everything on your ballot, not just for the president, because the things that are lower down on the ballot, we call it down ballot, issues are very important to daily life. They're very important to how our communities function. And we want to make sure that not only our country as a whole functions well, but we want good officials in doing local benefits to our communities, doing what we want to happen in our
exactly.
community.
Well, yeah, especially for here too. So, okay, so vote centers. So what's different about the vote centers now?
Well, I'll talk about the vote centers, and we'll go there first. But
Okay.
Jean also wants to talk about voting by mail.
Oh,
which
good.
is-
Okay, so
which
let's
is a-
start. Do we want to do that first, or you want to do the vote centers?
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's-
we'll do
Okay, let's talk
voting by
about the
mail
mail. All right.
Yeah. So everybody's going to get a vote by mail ballot. And that's different from prior years. In prior years, you had to ask for a vote by mail ballot. But this year, everybody gets one. So just so people don't panic and say, why am I getting a vote by mail ballot? I didn't sign up for this. So nobody has to sign up for it. You get a vote by mail ballot regardless.
Okay.
And you don't have to use your vote by mail ballot. And you don't have to return it. You can still go to the vote centers if you want to, if you prefer. So I'll.
Do they
give
have
that
to mail it in, or you don't have to mail it in, right?
Yeah, no, you don't have to mail it in, and there are some changes with that. The big change as far as mailing it in, if you don't want to mail it in, you can use one of the drop boxes. We have several drop boxes. The closest one to us is over by the Laguna Hills Community Center. There's a drop box there, so if you happen to be going to yoga or whatever class, whatever meeting you might have there, you can drop off your ballot there, or you can drop it off at any of the vote centers.
Oh, so you don't have to go to the drop box. You could do it at a center and you just hand it right to them. Do they still check off your name and stuff?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
actually, that's a whole other
no.
issue.
I've opened up a can of worms.
Yeah. Well, well, let's let Alan talk
Okay.
about the vote centers, and then I'll address your
Okay,
question.
perfect. All right.
The vote centers, well, there are still, everybody can vote by mail, nobody has to vote by mail.
Right.
But there are a lot of people who like to go to the polls on election day and cast their ballot in person. And you can still do that with some changes. The first change is there's no more polling places. We're used to having 3, 4, sometimes 5 here in Laguna Woods in the clubhouses, but they are a thing of the past. We now have what's called vote centers.
Okay.
There are 188 vote centers throughout Orange County. According to the registrar of voters, no registered voter will live more than 1.2 miles away from a vote center.
All right.
And these vote centers, when it comes to voting in person, they're going to work very, very much like the traditional polling places. They're going to have some differences. Vote centers here are going to be located, there's going to be one in Laguna Woods at Clubhouse 7.
Okay.
There's going to be one at Laguna Woods City Hall.
Okay.
They're going to be scattered really throughout the area here.
Okay.
And they will work very much. If you want to vote in person, you just go to the vote center. They will be able to check your registration information and produce the proper ballot for you, and you can vote in person.
Perfect.
Now, the thing about these vote centers, too, is all 188 are connected to the database of the Registrar of Voters.
Oh.
So what that means to us is whatever vote center you go into, we'll be able to check your information and produce the ballot for you. So even if you live in Laguna Woods, you don't have to go to the vote center in Laguna Woods.
Yes.
You don't have to go to the vote center in Laguna Woods City Hall. If you're going to Disneyland one day and you're passing a vote center in Anaheim and you decide you want to vote, you can vote in there.
That is
so you can vote
new.
in any vote center.
Okay.
And these vote centers also have brought early in-person voting to us here in California, something that we have not had before. But the vote centers, traditional polling places are of course open on election day from 7 in the morning to 8 at night. But these vote centers are going to be open. The one in Laguna Woods City Hall is going to be open starting February 22nd. As Neil Kelly, the Registrar of Voters,
Yeah.
says election day is now 11 days long.
Wow.
And they are open all day. They're open from 8 to 5 up until the
Oh.
weekend before the election when they're open from 8 to 8. Now, the vote center in Laguna Woods at Clubhouse 7 is going to be open for 4 days. It's going to open on February 29th.
Okay.
And that's going to be open 8 to 8 on February 29th, March 1st, March 2nd. And all vote centers will be open from 7 in the morning to 8 at night on election day.
Right.
There's also another big change is registration. You used to have to be registered at least 10 days before an election to be eligible to vote in that election. That's no longer the case.
Oh.
We now have same-day registration in California.
Wow.
So you can literally go into a vote
Okay.
center on election day, register to vote,
Okay.
and vote. So there's a lot of changes. But I think that all the changes are really to the benefit of us, the voters. They give us more options
yeah.
on when, where, and how we can vote.
Well, especially when you move.
Right.
Because, you used to have to report that in, and then you'd have to wait for your ballot to be sent to the new address.
Right.
But that same day registration, you just go in. That's
Right.
perfect. That
Right.
really is a savings. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So then what do you want to address regarding the ballots?
Well,
at the location?
regarding the ballots, there are a couple of things. First of all, to answer the question about checking in, when you go to a vote center, you get checked in, and at that point, you can ask for the ballot of your choice if it's made available by the party that you want to vote for. So, for
Okay.
example, if you haven't registered with a party, if you're a no party preference voter, you can go to the vote center and you can say, well, I want to vote in the Democratic primary, and they will give you a Democratic primary ballot.
Okay.
And that gives people the option of voting for president if they want to vote in the Democratic presidential primary, which is, I think, the only one that has any sort of a contest among, I may be wrong, but it's the only one that I know of that has any sort of a contest between presidential candidates. Now, some people wonder why it's only the Democratic Party. And the reason for that is because the Democratic Party itself, or the parties themselves, make those decisions. So the Democratic Party decides that we're going to allow non-Democrats to vote in our election. The Republican Party made the opposite decision. The Republican Party decided that they only want registered Republicans voting in their primary. So, but whichever party, there are a couple of other parties that also give you the option of voting in their primaries, and you can ask for those ballots too if you're interested.
Okay. All right, and then would you say that the voting system provides enough opportunity for other languages other than English?
Oh, yes, that's a good question. There are several languages that are available depending on your precinct. The Registrar of Voters their office makes the decision based on the population in your precinct. So you can get assistance either in person if there's somebody on the staff there who speaks the language, or you can get, I guess you'd say, telecommuting help. You can connect electronically by video conferencing with a translator who will help you understand what to do. And the ballots themselves come in, I believe, 6 different languages,
that's great.
including Tagalog and Farsi. And
Oh, wow.
So you have
Lots
you
to
have a
choose
lot
from.
of options.
Okay, that's
yes.
great. Okay.
I just wanted to say a word, because I know people are concerned about, especially after what happened last night and the other night in Iowa, about ballot security. And this is a new system, so obviously people are going to have some concerns about it. And this system was used in 4 other counties in California in 2018. It was a pilot program. Orange County did not participate.
All right.
There were no problems with this particular system. I won't say there were no problems in anybody voting. There's always problems.
Sure.
But no problems relatable directly to this system.
Okay.
Neil Kelly, who I'm sure people have seen here on Village TV.
he was just on not too long
Well,
ago.
that's right. Is our registrar of voters. He has a reputation as being literally the most effective registrar of voters in California, maybe even in the country. He is an immense supporter of this system. He tried to get it here in 2018, and he's been all over. I mean, the Democratic Club interviewed him on our own particular show a couple of months ago. I know he was here speaking speaking on this show
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago. So he's a big supporter. And also, the Board of Supervisors reviewed this and agreed to go along with it unanimously. How it's going to work out, of course, it's work out how it's going to work out, but people are very certain about the security of this system. The fact that all these vote centers are actually electronically connected to the Registrar of Voters office is going to be a big help, because as soon as you vote, it's going to be recorded.
Right.
And so you can't go from vote center to vote center casting votes.
Okay.
And also that they're using new vote machines this year. The other ones are no longer serviced by the manufacturer. And these voting machines will actually generate a paper record. So that's another security measure that the Registrar of Voters
That's good.
wanted. So
Okay.
we feel pretty confident in the security of this, and I think
Good.
people can feel secure in it.
Okay, good. And then one last thing before we go is, how do they get more information, just in case they have questions?
Yeah. Well, there are a couple of ways you can get more information. One is, of course, by contacting the Registrar of Voters. The Registrar of Voters is very helpful. You can give them a call and they will answer your question right away, and they give good answers, accurate answers. You can also go online and look for information online at ocvote.gov. Yeah, ocvote.gov. And when you're online, there's a chat function. You can click on the chat function and you can do not an audio chat, but a texting chat and get answers to your
good.
questions. And they are, again, very helpful. And the third thing is our reading material for the month, which is everybody should have gotten this by now, the sample ballot and voter
What if you didn't get
information
one of
guide.
those?
Oh, if you didn't get one of those, I would say contact the Registrar of Voters.
Perfect. Perfect.
The phone number, by the way, I don't know if it was posted up there or not, but the phone number for the Registrar of Voters is 714-567-7600.
Okay.
And their website is very good, and they will help you. It's not the Registry of Motor Vehicles. It's the Registry of
And
Voters.
is the website, because I just saw something said ocvote.com. Is it
Gov.
ocvote.gov?
It's ocvote.gov.
Okay, just wanted to
Yes,
clarify.
yes.
Okay, well, thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to have you both
Thank
on,
you.
and happy voting.
And don't forget to vote.
Don't forget to vote. And vote the
Absolutely.
whole ballot. Don't
Vote the whole ballot.
Don't
Yeah.
stop
Whole
at the
ballot.
top.
Don't be lazy. All right, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And remember that voting is not just on the voting day, it actually starts earlier. So make sure you check the dates and your locations, and don't forget to vote. We'll be right back.
At Diane's Hallmark, we're ready for Valentine's Day. Are you? Come in and see our great selection of cards and gifts. We have everything you need to show that special someone how much you care. And don't forget those grandkids either. Diane's Hallmark has many cards and gifts for them as well. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Marketplace Center, right next to Hobby Lobby. We have something for everyone. Come in today and take care of all your Valentine's Day needs.
At South County Lexus, we really are different. We're California's exclusive Lexus Plus dealer. Lexus Plus is a new way of doing business. At a Lexus Plus dealer, you can expect an upfront, negotiation-free, hassle-free price right on the vehicle. The same price you'll find on our website, all the way through the transaction. At South County Lexus, we feel this is the way of the future, and this is the way the customer prefers to do business. South County Lexus, your exclusive Lexus Plus dealer. Different, just like you.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Sharakni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.
I had been with another hospice for my husband, Ed. After about 2 months, I thought, they're not doing much for me. So I went to the computer and brought up the list of hospices, and there was OC. Their response was immediate. They did everything. They had all their ducks in the row, and that's what I was looking for. It was comforting till the very end. And then at the very end, the last 3 days, it was continuous care, and nobody ever left him.
Well, welcome back. We have the Duplicate Bridge Club here, and our lovely ladies are going to tell us all about some fantastic events that are coming up. Well, welcome. Thank you both for being here as usual.
Thank you for having us.
It's always a pleasure. So, well, let's just launch right off with the very first event that's going to be February 8th and 9th, and that is right around the corner.
That's this weekend,
Yes.
It's an annual event, our Saddleback Sectional. It's an opportunity for everybody to earn some silver points, which are vital on the path for Life Master status within the Bridge Club.
Right.
Within the Bridge world, I should say. And it's a wonderful event. It's managed by Marjorie Michelin, and she does a wonderful job. She's so attentive to everybody that attends. But the important thing that you need to know is that on Saturday, there are 2 events. The first one starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then there will be lunch available for purchase, and then the second event starts Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Right, okay.
Each session is $13 for ACBL members, and now there also is what we call knockout, a compact knockout. And that's a little bit of a different event, but same schedule.
Okay.
Okay. And then on Sunday, we have team games. And the team games are always so much fun. They're Swiss teams. The cost includes lunch. So you pay as a team, and everything's included. For the open players, it's a double session. So if you sign up for the morning, you're there in the afternoon too. But for our newer players, our 0 to 499 players, you can play a single session. You're more than welcome to stay all day, but otherwise you can play either in the morning or in the afternoon. So that's a nice opportunity.
Nice, yeah, because you might be overwhelmed by the time
exactly.
you play that first one.
Yes.
Okay, all right, excellent. Now, are you full? You're not full.
Oh, we don't take reservations.
Oh, okay.
So
you just
it's
show
just
up.
everybody.
Perfect.
We accommodate everybody.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, perfect. All right, good. So then that's this weekend, and then when's the next event?
Well, the next event that I would like to talk about is, are we on the screen? No, let's go to our GNT. Oh, there it is.
Okay, perfect.
Grand National Teams. Okay, this is a big event, and we're so happy that this year the Laguna Woods Bridge Club is sponsoring events to qualify. Okay, these are, they will be held on Monday evening. At 6 o'clock, there's a light dinner, and the games start at 6:30.
Okay.
They will be Monday, February 17th, Monday, March 2nd, and Monday, March 16th. And the reason that we're putting them in so quickly is because the finals will be held at the regional in San Diego in April, the second week of April.
Okay.
So these are, we're so happy to finally have them back again. We do Grand National pair qualifying events, but this is the first time we've had the team events in several years.
So this is exciting for sure.
It is very exciting,
And I see you have the different flights, obviously, so you need to sign up accordingly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, nice. And there is a fee for this. It's $5 for residents per person and $12 for non-residents.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Okay,
And the next item,
moving
which
along.
is on the 19th.
Well, we want it. Well, you know,
Right? Which one do you want to do?
Well, we can do either the 19th or the cruise. What do you have up there?
Let's do the 19th because that's
19th.
before the cruise.
Okay, so
So Greta, are you talking about the cruise, Greta?
I'll talk about the
We're going to
cruise.
let you talk about the most important and fun.
Oh.
Okay, so go ahead and tell me about this workshop.
Okay, this is called Entry Management and Improving Your Play and Defense.
Okay.
And of course, my favorite bridge teacher, Marjorie Michelin, will be conducting this class.
She is all over the place, isn't she?
Well, and that's
She's
true,
the best.
yes. Oh, she is. Yeah,
She's wonderful.
You guys always say great things about her.
And she lives in Laguna Woods.
Oh,
so
well, that's
we
even
claim,
better.
yeah, we're claiming
Nice.
her. Yeah.
Greta, what do you like about her?
Well, I like the way she teaches. She does the PowerPoint, and then she does the hands that relate to the message that she's trying to impart. And she really is just right there with people, and she has a lot of fans that will come because of her doing
She has
it.
a following.
Yeah,
Sure.
she really has
Yeah.
a following.
Well, I know you guys have talked about her in the past and how hands-on she is, like you're saying, and she's helpful and
She
probably
really
very
is.
articulate, I would imagine, too.
I was at her last session she did, and she really has it together.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, more power to her. Okay,
So that will
perfect.
take place on Wednesday, February 19th from 9:30 to 11:30.
Okay.
And the cost is $10. So
Okay.
it's a very reasonable workshop.
Excellent. All right, perfect. And then, boy, last but not least, the granddaddy of them all. You want a drum roll?
Cruises are wonderful. I have worked on 7 cruises in the past as a bridge
Wow.
director, and it is just a marvelous way for people to enjoy the cruise and also to have a lesson in the morning and have a bridge game in the afternoon for which they can earn master points. And people really have a good time. I was relating that I did a cruise a few years back out of San Diego. We had 50 people from the club that went on the cruise. And so I had a workshop every morning, and I thought, oh, they won't all come to the workshop. They were there bright and early every afternoon. I had 2 sessions of bridge going, and I did that for 10 days out of the cruise.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And everybody came.
And everybody came, and everybody loved it. And I think this is going to be a wonderful cruise, too. And it is being sponsored by the Bridge Club and the Chicago Club. And the thing is, people have to realize they have to get their registration in early. I've heard
February
10th, and that's right around the corner.
February 10th is the cutoff?
Yeah.
Yes, and this is
that
the
is
5th.
like next week.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we're really touting this right now,
Right.
because we need to get the people signed up.
Okay.
So I think Marjorie is the director for it.
Yes, her husband Ellis will be directing,
Right.
and Marjorie will be controlling things. Let's put it that way. No,
Okay.
no, no. She'll be
Yes.
doing the teaching and things like that.
Right.
And is there a cutoff in terms of spots? Or it can be, I mean, obviously, if there's
If
rooms
they don't,
available.
yes.
Okay.
But we are encouraging people, if they would like to attend, to please register before the 10th of February.
Okay.
And the dates for the cruise are April 25th
Right.
through May 2nd.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's a Holland America ship.
Yeah, that looks great. A 5-star.
5-star.
Amsterdam.
And
Yes.
Holland America still has bridge rooms on their ships.
Oh.
Princess got rid of them. Some of the other ships got rid of them, but Holland America still has the
Great.
nice bridge rooms, and this
Excellent.
should be wonderful.
And you guys are going to Vancouver, British Columbia. Well,
Sailing
that'll
out
be
of San
lovely.
Diego.
Out of San
Vancouver is a
Diego.
wonderful city.
Oh, that's great. And so
Yeah.
you still have time to go and do excursions and things like
Oh,
that,
definitely.
right? Okay.
yes, right.
Perfect. You can still, do the wave boarding and all that. I'm just kidding. All right. Well,
That's very optimistic of you,
I
Lisa.
know. Well, that is great. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate it. And wow, you have your hands full for the next few weeks. So
We're so excited.
all right.
Yes,
Excellent.
right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And remember, if you guys want any information, the Bridge Club always is available. These gals really put a lot of great things together for you guys. So make sure you contact them. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Today, we are marking the beginning of a new era as City of Hope opens its first location right here in Newport Beach.
We have 500 scientists and doctors who have dedicated their lives to beating cancer. So they use that intellectual capital to try to make sure every patient gets the best care possible that's known to science.
What's my passion? Finding balance with every dance move.
The sound of the ukulele, the softness.
My son's nonverbal, but when he does talk, I need to be able to hear him. Hear well, stay vital. Hearing loss is linked to increased risk of dementia, depression, falls, and isolation. Stay engaged and keep doing what you love. Check your hearing wellness every year.
Family-owned Capistrano Toyota, our new VIP equity department wants to buy your car, paid for or not. This exclusive buying program includes complimentary no-obligation appraisal at your home or at our dealership. Top market dollar paid for any make or model. Any loan balance will be directly paid off, if there is one. All DMV documentation handled for you, and your equity check will be delivered to you. Interested? Please call Capistrano Toyota at 877-857-0124 or visit online at capotoyota.com for program details.
Jacobson McCall have created Agent 55, a real estate firm focused on 55-plus communities.
Agent 55 and the marketing technology allows us to deliver even more to buyers and sellers.
Everyone respects Kelly's over 30 years experience as a top sales producer and trusted expert within 55-plus communities.
Agent 55 has great knowledge of Laguna Woods.
Agent 55 offers something powerful and unique. We guarantee it. Ask us how.
Well, coming up tonight through February 9th is a wonderful production at the Claire Trevor School of the Arts up there at UCI, and I'm going to welcome two ladies that are involved with that production. And sounds really interesting. We're going to find out what that's all about. First, down there is Amy Shine. Amy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I really, really like your bow tie.
Well, thank you very much. Maybe I'll get a spinning one day. And Sarah Rodriguez is here as well. And you are the graduate student director. And Amy, you are something I had not heard of before. The graduate student I heard of, but a dramaturge?
Dramaturg. Dramaturg is German, dramaturge is French. There's a bit of a, I prefer dramaturg.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm the researcher on the project. I do what I can to help Sarah and the designers and the other people involved get things know about things as accurately as possible. But when you're working with the production, like Penelope had, Sarah's not trying to capture a snapshot of ancient Greece. So my information is much more to inform her so she can make great directing decisions.
And speaking of that, this is a production I had not heard of, Penelope had, and it's done by Margaret Atwood, who people know
Correct.
From, what's The Handmaid's?
From The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's her big claim to fame at the moment.
And this goes back to ancient Greece? Is that?
Not The Handmaid's Tale, but the Penelopiad does.
Penelopiad,
Yeah. So it's
yeah.
a retelling of the Odyssey, of Homer's The Odyssey,
Okay.
but from the perspective of Penelope, who's Odysseus' wife.
Mhm.
So Odysseus goes off, and he's off for about 2 decades, and he's fighting in the Trojan War, and he's this big hero. And this is just a reimagining, looking at Penelope's experience left behind in Ithaca.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before, but it sounds really interesting.
Well, you should come check it out then.
And you were telling me when I was sitting out there that it is not a musical. However, there was original music written for this.
Correct. Yes, it is not a musical, but it is a play with music.
Mhm.
And the fantastic Luke Shepard, who is also a student of the drama department at UCI, composed all the music for it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It is epic.
Well, anything from that department over at UCI, they have done wonderful productions over
Thank
the years.
you.
And we're always,
I agree.
We're always happy to get folks on from there. Now, you're both graduate students. So, Amy, where did you go prior? Were you at UCI undergraduate?
No. I did my undergraduate at Walla Walla University in Walla Walla, and I did my first master's in theater arts at San Diego State, and then my second master's at La Sierra University in English literature.
Now, going on from here, are you looking to stay in, as far as working on different drama productions, or maybe teach, or?
I'm looking actually both at academia, teaching, and administrative work. I've been involved with student government and policy for the UCs. Or I really enjoy dramaturgy, and I really enjoy continuing to be part of productions. So it's very much so going to be which network I have that offers me a job first, perhaps.
And as I said, I'd never heard of that, but would it be for instance, right now, coming to Los Angeles in a couple months, you have a production like Hamilton. Would you be someone who turns around and goes, let's look at the period pieces, the dress, what what they're going to be holding in their hands and that sort of thing?
Yeah, well,
I don't know how historical that is.
Not for Hamilton, because it's already developed.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that Lin-Manuel Miranda had dramaturgs working with him as he developed it, and then as it went from the process of development and moving from regional theaters to New York. And yeah, and absolutely, I'm sure that the designers had a dramaturg or a researcher helping them.
That is great. I never thought about that. Now, Sarah, you are directing this.
Correct.
Have you directed other productions as well?
Yes, I sure have. So I'm currently doing my master's in directing at UCI. But yes, I have been directing for a number of years.
And your background, you're from Canada.
I am. Well, that's the short story. I was actually born in Venezuela, where I lived till I was about 11, and then I'm...
Rodriguez is not French-Canadian name.
No,
so.
it's not. Born to an Italian family in Venezuela, and then when I was 11, just to spice it up, my parents and I moved to Montreal, Canada, where I had been just about 2 years ago when I moved here to pursue my master's.
And you came down here just for UCI.
I did.
And you came down, you first said San Diego?
Yeah, it was the best fit for me, and I thought that would be it, and I'd be piecing out of California. But when you get into a top-ranked program, you go.
You know what? That says a lot about the program at UCI, that of all the places that you could have gone up there from Canada, you chose UCI. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think it also sort of chose me. It was the right fit. Yeah, it was the right fit, and 2.5 years later, I still believe it was the right fit.
And how much longer will you be there? Is this your last year?
Yes, I'm on the series finale here, so I graduate in June.
Okay, and then from there, you were saying you're down here on a student visa.
Correct.
And will you go try and extend that, or what's your goal?
Yeah, there are possibilities of extension, which I am looking into because I feel, as I was mentioning earlier, I feel incredibly privileged to have been invited here to get this incredible education. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of the opportunities that I've gotten since being here. And I feel very compelled to give back by creating art in this community.
Great.
So.
Well, I hope you can say. Amy, what
you.
about you? You're going to go back up to Walla Walla?
No, I don't know. I'm not really pursuing anything there. I've been looking at job opportunities, other places. Strangely enough, Tennessee keeps popping up on my radar, which was not really ever in my plans.
There you go.
But I do have some things in California that I wouldn't mind sticking around for. So again, it all depends on who offers me, benefits.
Well, Tennessee, I went there a couple years ago, and it's a nice place.
It's also very gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely. So back to the play. You've been working on this for a couple months or so?
Yeah, so I believe it was about a year ago, actually. We've been working on it for about a year.
Wow.
When the season selection committee approved to do the Penelope ad for this season. So which was about a year ago when we announced it. And since then, it was putting the team together, doing a lot of research of, what are we going to do with this play? And it's been about that. Casting happened in the early fall.
Okay.
And so rehearsals started at the beginning of December, took a break for the holidays, picked it up again in January.
And you said this is based on her novella? Is that what
Yeah, so Margaret Atwood originally wrote it as a novella. And then quickly after adapted it into a play. And
So it was adapted by her?
By her, yes.
Okay. Yeah. And as far as picking that, what made you look at this? Why were you and the committee, I guess, were interested in this?
That's a good question. Well, it's my thesis production at UCI, and I felt strongly that I wanted to do a thesis that had a very large scale, and that had a lot of opportunity for very theatrical moments. I really wanted to be pushed beyond the literal, and this play had all of those opportunities, and it also seemed to fit what other sections and departments within the drama department we're also looking for, because I'm not
music and all
music for designers as well, because I'm not the only one doing a thesis. It's also my sound designer's thesis and the lighting designer's thesis production.
And the costumers, right?
No, not the costumers yet. She's got one more year to go.
Now, Amy, this production, would you consider this? Is it a drama? You mentioned, I know it's not a musical, but is there a little comedy in it, lightheartedness?
Oh, yeah. Sarah has worked with the actors and found some really intense moments, and because you're dealing with moments, you know, it's the Odysseid from women's point of view in ancient Greece. Clearly, it's not all giggles and fun times, but Sarah's found some really great moments of unexpected humor, extra textual humor with the actors that keep people from, you know, wanting to take a quiet warm bath.
Well, we're just about out of time. I want to mention to folks, this begins tonight, the 5th through the 9th, the Claire Trevor Theater up there at UCI. And if you want tickets, we have discount tickets, or they do for you. I think it's really nice that UCI has been doing this for us. So if you go to arts.uci.edu/Laguna, you will get some discount tickets there. You can also call 949-824-2787. If you call that number, just tell them you saw this on Laguna Woods, and you'll get some discount tickets as well. Again, February 5th, which is today, through the 9th. Wonderful productions up there at UCI. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I really
for having
appreciate
us.
great meeting you both, and let's all say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, they won't, but I will.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
Under the RadNet umbrella, prostate imaging is one of our most important men's health initiatives. We have an exclusive team of prostate-dedicated radiologists that read thousands of images from all around the globe. These radiologists are utilizing advanced technologies such as prostate MRI, which offers some of the most detailed visual representations of the prostate gland. When it comes to men's health issues, listen to your body and take a proactive approach. Talk to your doctor, begin screening, and take charge of your health.